Welcome to episode number
55.
Damn it, you know.
I know because today I was looking at our YouTube
Oh,
and I saw 54.
oh, nice.
Yeah, everybody really loves our wedding episodes, clearly, because everybody listens.
Also, Natasha and I are living in different seasons. and
Also, sorry,
some
I don't know if
video.
that captured well.
Yeah, it didn't.
Whatever.
We have to fix this situation.
Okay, we
also,
will.
But we're not in the same season.
Okay, I'll
guys.
tell you what happened before you pass.
Can we first, for audio listeners, explain what we're wearing?
I'm wearing a dress
Yeah.
and a sweater.
Yeah.
And honestly,
the most summery dress in the world, sleeveless and everything. And then on top of that, the most waffly of waffle.
But it's not
sweaters.
warm. It's got holes in it.
Of course, it's not warm. It's
But I'll tell
H&M
you,
polyester.
no, H&M makes warm clothes, but
Yeah.
this one is not. But I'll tell you what happened. I woke up, whatever, I showered and I was like, aaj to dress pehnenge. It's hot now. And then like half an hour into it, I was so cold. And I think it coincided with my YouTube rabbit hole where I was listening to songs, which just constantly gives me chills.
Oh.
So I was really cold. And I was
What
like,
time was that?
I don't know, after my shower.
What time was that?
2.
Okay.
Why?
Because you've been wearing this for a very long time.
Since 2.
Yeah. Like, didn't you then feel warm at some point?
I'm comfortable.
Okay.
It's called moderating your body temp.
It's called being whack. But okay. Cool. What are we talking about today?
I mean, so it's not a thing, it's not something specific.
Yeah.
I just have a lot of questions.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the sad thing is, I left my phone
You want to go
on charge in the other room, so I'm just going to do this out of memory.
No, just go get your phone.
No, it's dead.
That's bad.
Okay, so I'll start.
Okay.
This one is really funny, so let me try and remember it once. But maybe I'll need my phone for this. Maybe I should keep it in the end because I phonetically written it down. It doesn't make sense.
So these are just like questions. Like how children ask questions to their their parents.
Obviously, as a child, you never remember the answers to these questions. And it's not like I'm saying that I asked these questions as a child, but like there are so many questions unanswered in my head. I just wanted to ask you.
Sure.
Cool. So question number 1 is, how do planes really fly? And this actually comes up from our conversation yesterday. We were on a plane and Archit was throwing fun facts, as he always does, about like airplanes and flying.
I never give you fun
You're
facts.
always...
I don't give you free fun
Okay,
facts. You ask and then I give
No, that's so untrue. He look up to the fucking sky and be like, oh, that's an A3 840. I'm like, and then I just have to listen to him talk about planes for like 15 minutes.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So anyway, yesterday he's like, oh, I think the pilot like announced something, and then he was like, planes go up all the way to 30,000 feet and then they start descending. So in the time that's spent in going up and then back down, your flight is over. And I was like, why do you know that? And 2, what the fuck does that mean? And then 3, and most importantly, how do planes actually fly? Because I know they don't flap their wings like birds.
Yeah, they don't. So planes are okay. So
Aerodynamic.
Yeah, aerodynamics.
That's all I
basically they have the rule that planes use is basically the same rule that F1 cars use, but it's reversed. Okay, just remember that and it'll come back to you later. So all that a plane does is it's trying to cut the air so that it creates pressure underneath itself so that it can be pushed up.
Yeah.
Right? So as it's cutting through air at a certain speed, the goal of the plane is to make the air above it lighter and then the air below it heavier and it will push up. That's called the Bernoulli's principle. And basically, the wing of a plane is shaped like an eyelid. You know how like a traditional eyelid is like a fish shape?
Yeah.
So imagine that, but slice it in half.
Yeah.
So it's flat on its base and it has like a arch on top.
Oh, okay. So you mean like, you don't mean the shape. you mean like the
Yes.
dimension.
Yes, I'm
Okay,
not
okay.
looking at the plane from top. I'm looking at the plane
from
from
its side.
from the winglet from its side.
Okay.
It's not even. It's like a teardrop shape basically.
Got it.
But instead of a teardrop, like a teardrop, when you think of it, you think of it falling from the ground.
Yeah. This
Right?
is sideways.
This
No,
is
I
sideways.
understood
Yeah.
your fish
Yeah.
thing. Thank you
So
very much.
so that's the shape. That's the
Okay.
shape of a wing.
Okay.
And that shape is essential because that shape allows for the air pressure to change, and that's essentially how a plane flies. The engines are there to make it go fast.
Okay.
That's it. That's all they do.
Okay.
An F1 car. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to push the object upwards.
Yeah.
In an F1 car, you want the car to be stuck to the ground as much as possible because that's where it can be the fastest, least resistance from air. So the wings are just flipped over.
They're like this. They're curved downwards.
They're sharper on the front
Of the
and
fish,
then thicker in the back.
of the fish, if a plane wing has the upper half
Yeah,
convex.
yeah,
Convex and concave.
yeah.
Well,
Not
to an
concave.
extent.
Yeah, it's flat.
Convex
It's flatter
and
at the bottom.
like
Yeah.
turn upside
Yeah.
down.
So it's flipped over. So what it's trying to do is push all the air underneath itself,
Right.
so
it
that
stays
so
down.
that the pressure on top is higher.
Okay.
That's why all of them keep on talking about airflow going
Okay, so-
into the car. Thanks. That's always fun to edit.
You don't need to. You just
Every
keep
3
it in.
seconds later.
I want our listeners and viewers to feel like they're literally sitting in the room.
But Dash, whenever you're sick, you have this. Whenever you're not sick, you still have this. What is this
I'm
constant
recovering.
itch? No, you can't just be recovering, right? You have to be like a plane, get sick, go up, and then come back down. You can't just be floating up in the air.
Shut up.
And sick.
Okay, fine. Okay. I understood that to an extent.
Huh.
How do
Also, guys, this is like the most basic way of explaining it, and probably still a little wrong. So, commenters, like if you feel like I'm saying it wrong, please explain it better. But secondly, like don't hate on it.
Secondly, shut up.
No.
Don't say anything to my husband, okay?
She saw a reel, and that's why she's doing this.
No, I just feel like this towards people.
Okay, cool.
You know that once we were at a party and we actually I think we've spoken about it on the podcast, but like we met this guy who's being like really pushy with Archit. So I got really aggressive with him.
Yeah.
And then
Just some random guy.
some guy.
And
then
what
the
was he
other
trying to do?
I don't know.
I feel like he was trying to like push
He's
me.
like nudging
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I was like, don't fucking touch
He
me.
was being like you know how you can make fun of someone or like be quippy with someone and then push them along.
But
the way?
you don't know them.
Yeah, it was weird.
And then we met him the other day again, unfortunately. And he's like, hi. And I was like, don't talk to me. Like, who the fuck?
I don't honestly don't even.
I just doesn't even remember.
Yeah.
And like he came up to us, and I was like, no, just no, go away. Anyway, okay, cool. So I understood ish how planes fly. How do helicopters fly? Do their wings, like, do their propellers function similarly to
No,
wings?
helicopters are very easy in terms of their flight.
Yeah, like, why do propellers work the way they work?
Propellers essentially are creating like a vacuum.
Okay.
This one's harder to explain from a physics perspective
I
as
mean,
much as it is the fact that basically the way that the wings, again, it's all aerodynamics. The idea is to move air towards a specific place.
Yeah.
So in a helicopter, you're trying to move all the air, push it downwards. If you push it
Yeah.
downwards, that's essentially the
You'll fly
power.
up.
Yeah. So effectively, all the engines are doing are moving like motors and rotators, but you're actually flying because you're defying gravity and like pushing down on air.
Kind
Air
of
is
like
fueling.
how Iron Man works.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's just throwing air.
No,
Okay,
Iron Man doesn't work
okay,
that way.
question.
He works on a thruster. He's trying to break air. So like spaceships work on the same format where they are just trying to push as much energy down so that they can escape air. There's a difference.
Escape.
Yeah.
Okay, question.
Great question.
when when I make a paper plane
Yes.
with paper,
Thank
obviously.
you for spitting as well. Yeah. Guys, this is a really funny thing, and it's a question that Natasha doesn't have an answer to, and nor do I.
Please don't
Whenever Natasha talks, like not whenever, but like sometimes
It
Natasha
happens when
talks.
I'm eating.
Also,
I don't
right
eat.
now you were eating, right? So she just defied her own like
Angie,
logic.
can you not make fun of me in front of my friends?
She sometimes spits, and everyone spits. But Natasha's spit is so unique, and I attribute it to her buck teeth, her really cute rabbit teeth. But like when she spits, two droplets, 2 or 3, more than one, like come and hit you, and
they're in different directions.
yeah, they are in different directions. So, and which is why I'm like, when someone spits and you can spit a lot. Sometimes I've spat a lot at Natasha. It all goes into one place. But with Natasha, it's like a guerrilla warfare. Like goes one is here, one is there.
And it's never like left and right. It's usually like top and down.
Yeah.
When I say direction, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I know, okay? I know it happens.
It's so cute.
Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate it. Okay. So when I make paper planes with planes, and if I make like do you remember those propeller thingies we used to do with paper? How do those work?
Same concept, except that because there's no engine.
I'm guessing planes are cutting through
Air.
the air because they're sharp, so surface area is cutting through.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So why can't a real airplane just do that?
A real airplane to do it can, but then you will need some sort of energy source to push it, right?
So I'll have to pick up the plane and go like.
Yeah, you need like a giant rubber band, and like that's the thing.
Interesting.
And also, planes can't be made just sharp because that really is a waste of space. So that's why we found ways to be more efficient. We being not me, but like humans.
It's an easy
Even the Wright brothers, in fact, like their plane
spelled
was,
WRIGHT.
yeah, their plane didn't look like the plane that we see now.
Okay, interesting.
But like that's why like Air Force, like all those like fighter jets, they look exactly like an airplane, like the
paper
planes, because they're doing very similar. Concorde is exactly a paper plane.
I don't know what that means. Alright. Okay.
She doesn't know what it means.
Okay, question number 2.
Yeah. Oh, this is just the first question. I
Of
love
course,
this.
there's like 4 at least.
We should do a series. Like every month, we do one episode on wedding. One episode where Natasha asks questions.
I've been thinking about this episode for like 2 months.
Really?
And through the 2 months, I've been I've like had random thoughts and like, I'm gonna ask Archit these questions. And I forget. So I forget to write them down. I forget to ask you at the time. I feel like in the previous episode, actually, I had asked you 2 questions. And I only remember one of those right now. So here it goes. Why do flags at different heights wave differently?
Why are all your questions about physics? It's so stressful. I really suck at physics.
Okay, yeah.
No, I like the question. I know the answer.
One second. For our audience, I recently got burnt, and it was the first time I'd ever been properly burnt, where like it had swollen up and there was like a blister and whatever, and I didn't know how it heals, and Archit actually sat with me for half an hour and explained the entire process to me. So I'll ask you that question so that the others can learn as well.
Why don't you first do the flag?
I wanted the flag one. I've wanted to know all my life.
So flags at different heights wave differently, right?
Yeah, so like some of them are like okay, I'm gonna put it right.
Natasha's doing the wave, but
my left hand can't do it.
Natasha's kind of paraplegic from her left.
Actually, that's so offensive.
Because like
sorry.
it's first of all incorrect usage of the word completely. That's why I said it.
Rude.
But Natasha's just special from one side. From her left, we haven't released this, but when we do like our dance videos, from our
Listen,
Sangeet.
you can't tell in the dance videos.
You can, but in the rehearsal videos which I have, you can also see Natasha just can't do anything from her left. Like if there's a hand
left
movement
hand.
and it's like graceful and it's like, oh, let's do like the wave. And Natasha
How about you do with your left hand right now? There you go, even yours is
No,
weird.
see, mine's the same both ways. I'm
No,
just
yours
special
is
both ways.
weird. Look at, okay, so if a flag is waving like,
Yeah.
and then sometimes it'll go, you know what I mean?
So there are lots of factors. It's not one. Height is definitely one of the
And
factors.
size, I guess.
Size, material,
Okay,
both
but
are
let's
important things.
say everything's the same, but just the heights are different.
So at different heights, you will have different speeds of wind.
Right.
So at a lower height, the wind speed would be lower.
Yeah.
Because there are potentially more things cutting it. It's also warmer. Cooler air, because warm air rises. So the hotter the air, the warmer the air, the lighter it is. Therefore, it has less resistance and movement will happen more. So speed can be potentially more, and that's
I feel
why
like I've always seen that the higher it is, the slower it moves.
the higher it is. You've also seen. Are you comparing it to like the Connaught Place flag?
So
Because
on the way
you can't compare that.
on the way from like the RTR road, there are like 2-3 flags and they're all at different heights. Or there are 2 flags I think outside Ambient Mall, and they both wave differently. And I think the one that's higher, the taller one, waves slower.
It could very well be that the sizes are different or the material is different.
Okay, will you check tomorrow
Yeah.
on your way to
Yeah.
office?
I don't
those
see
things.
those. But the RTR ones are because they're just a very different material. Like the one in CP, it moves really slowly
Yeah.
because it's just a really heavy
huge.
flag. And it's actually made of panels. It's really, really cool.
I'm not fascinated by the flag, but alright. I mean, I'm honestly not impressed by this answer because I don't think you answered everything correctly.
It's possible. I
So I want you to go do some homework tomorrow.
Okay. But then you have to be ready for like a 60-minute lecture on this.
Ow, I just cracked my neck. It's so real, this podcast. Okay, cool. Fair.
Oh, you want to do the burnt now?
Yeah, so, yeah.
So Natasha got a burn, and basically what happens in a burn, like if you get one of those like first degree, this is a first degree burn,
Yeah.
where it's basically skin is like has different layers.
Should we tell everyone how I burnt myself?
Sure.
So we don't really know, but we think...
You know how I burnt myself? We don't really know how
This
we
is a
burnt.
theory, obvi. We were basically doing pizza party because
That's
our
what
family just fucking exploits us at this point to make pizzas for them. We were doing a pizza party at Archit's parents' house, and when we've done it at our house, we do it out in the balcony, and there's a lot of space. But in Archit's house, we were doing it in the kitchen, and we had a counter space.
And surprisingly, that house has more space.
But
we just didn't
go outside.
Yeah, we didn't do it right.
Yeah. So we placed the oven on a countertop which was facing towards the left, which meant that we had to use our left hand to put the pizza into the oven, and I wear my ring on my left hand, and there's a tiny diamond that like pokes outward, and we feel that it got heated up because of the constant in and out movement into the oven of my hand. And then the metal heated up and burnt my finger, and it just got worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a really weird one because like for like at least 3 days, Natasha thought it was a bite, and she did not want it to be.
It was so evenly
And the only
rounded.
The only reason why Natasha believed it was because a chemist
Yeah, fair enough.
told her.
They're professionals.
Fair.
They know medicine.
But like I also told you that.
Okay, Mr. Aerodynamics.
It's not aerodynamic. I
Okay,
work myself. That's why I know how it
if
works.
I tomorrow, if you fall and it looks like you've broken your like bone, but you're like, no, I haven't. And I'm like, no, Archit, that's broken, it's broken. Will you believe me or will you believe a doctor?
I believe a doctor.
There you go.
But I believe you too.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
You beat me to it. Beat a confession out of me. And Natasha's lost careers. Like she should have been a lawyer or a police havaldar. You would have you would have loved to like hold a chhadi and beat some people.
I actually came across a reel today.
She would be the one who do all the encounters.
I'd love that, honestly.
And then says she's an empath,
Talking. I actually came across a reel today because you sent it to me of this girl who takes all her hair while showering because fucking hair fall, and she makes art on the walls of her bathroom. And I feel like that would be a great career for me considering how much hair I lose.
Why don't you do it?
I don't think I'm that artistic.
You should do it and then use Pallavi's Instagram
to promote it.
Pallavi is a friend of Natasha's who
loves bathrooms.
Yeah. There was a phase where all her pictures were just toilets.
Yeah.
It was concerning. It was...
Hi, Pallu.
It was concerning. I told her this.
Okay, come on. Okay. Burn story. What happens to your skin?
Your skin, basically, it gets blistered, and what that means is that there are layers of your skin that have broken, and to repair that, two things kind of go hand in hand. One, your body creates a little boil patch, and a boil is nothing but liquid that has lots of antibiotic things.
Characteristics.
Yeah, it has things that are antibiotic, and then the second thing that it has is lots of white blood cells and water. And what that is basically the white blood cells are literally there repairing your skin, and that could possibly mean stitching it up, or I don't know, there's so many ways of imagining it, because it's the biology of it is pretty dry. And then the liquid on top is basically there to prevent any more bacteria from coming in. Now, most medicines will tell you that most people, Natasha included, want to pop the thing.
Because it's fucking painful.
And then the first thing that people say is don't pop it, and then they say why, and the why is because it'll get infected. That infection is because the boil's liquid was preventing the infection. So it's common logic when you think of it, and you're like, ew, and then let me remove it so that I don't get an infection, but you're actually preventing it.
I don't think it's ew, let me remove it. I think the liquid being there is really painful.
Yeah, it is. But it's good to have it. It will heal your body. Now, the other thing is that
Sorry, can I interject? Yeah. I remember when the pimple boils you get?
Yeah.
They always take the pus out. Always.
Yeah.
They don't let it stay there.
Who is they? The doctors?
Yeah.
Because the doctors know how to prevent infection. You don't.
So, okay, but a pimple...
that's why when they do it, they swab it, they clean it off.
I was gonna do it like that as well.
No. Most of the times when you pop a pimple, you're like, pop karo, aise thap karo se.
That's a fucking pimple. I'm talking about a boil.
And that's it.
But I'm talking about a big boil. I'm not talking about pimple. Pimples are different. But similarly, if I were to pop my blister,
so
I would have taken a needle, sterilized it, and then popped it.
No, because the thing is that is really painful if you don't know how to take care of it, and we don't know how to take care of it.
I know how to take care of it.
A boil also, yes, they drain it because your body will take a lot of time to fix it, and modern medicine can help with expediting that process. So that's why the thing that you use is silver nitrate, which dries out. It's like a desiccant, so it dries out your skin. And then when you have a patch, you're able to put soframycin or Bernol or whatever, and then you heal.
I love how Archit's touching the part of his finger that was the same as the part of my finger.
Yeah.
Sympathy pains.
Yeah, that's true.
So sweet. Kisses.
Love you.
Love you.
Okay, any other questions?
Yeah, I have to go get my phone now, so hold the mic.
Right.
Be right back.
Natasha's going out. I am holding fort here. Oh, speaking of fort, we never actually ended up recording an episode in Bombay. We did go, and it was great, and clearly we were part of some big pop culture movement, which was Diljit and Ed Sheeran coming together, which it was actually really cool to see that happen, and the whole crowd went mad.
Wait, did you go from holding the fort to talking about fort to fort being in Mumbai to Mumbai being...
But I did a lot of that in my head and I didn't really say it out loud.
Interesting.
Oh, but we have some cool content coming out from the Bombay stuff. We went to a really nice fine dining restaurant. So that's something that would be interesting, but it's really different. And then we did a lot of walking. So yeah. Yeah, question.
Okay, this one's not fully thought out.
Okay.
This is actually, we've discussed parts of this, I feel. It's about the English language.
Okay.
And why, some things are overly complicated. And you explained this to me about, the O and the OU and making the language more difficult so that people don't pick it up, blah, blah, blah. But this is a really random question. So, why... I can't take myself seriously. Why is W pronounced W?
Oh.
And then ill, ill, is pronounced ill. And then whale is pronounced whale.
Yeah.
Why don't they call it whale or whale? It's a genuine question.
You and whale are the same.
EW is ill.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's whale, which is WHALE.
Yeah.
Why does the W
never be used as a W?
Yeah.
Why don't you say W something?
Yeah.
Other than WWW, because that's an acronym.
Imagine if I was like,
yeah, it's a great question.
Imagine if I'm like, hi, actually, you pass me the W order.
Yeah, because that's the thing, exactly why
W order.
Because first of all, the letter itself.
Why is it called that?
I have no idea.
Question.
It's a really good question. It's something that I have thought of, but clearly have never done enough research. But it's a good question. We'll come back to an answer.
What the fuck? I need an answer.
I really don't know. But people, if you know, comment, leave it in Spotify, DM us. You have so many ways to contact us. So
don't DM me, please. Just kidding. I love getting DMs. I feel so important.
She's the. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know, I know.
Can we tell everybody about this really fun thing that happened with me?
Sure.
So we met a stranger.
All right.
We met a stranger at the Ed Sheeran concert.
Drunk
stranger in line to get drinks, and when we were praying that we get a drink, our first drink of the night possibly. And
in the middle of the concert.
And we'd walked away, and then Ed Sheeran sings "Give Me Love," which is one of my favorite songs by him. So I'm standing, and I'm just on the line, and I'm standing there and recording. I've actually captured just voice notes because I was like, fuck this, fuck the video. And then I was I think I was singing along, and then I realized I was in this stranger's way, so I moved out of the way, and then he goes, continue singing, and then he starts singing with me, and then I took a video of it and I put it up on my Instagram, and I was like, internet, find this boy, and the internet fucking found him, and now we're today we were chit-chatting. He's an actor.
He looked like an actor.
I mean, yeah,
he had the actor
vibes.
Yeah.
He's an actor. Before that, he did engineering. Of course.
I mean, engineers just go everywhere.
He said he makes music occasionally.
Nice.
I was like,
actor, songwriter. You're so mean.
But yeah, it's wild because I really felt like I was famous because my stories reached someone else. I loved it.
Yeah.
Such a good feeling to be semi-famous.
You're famous.
I guess. Actually,
somebody
came up.
You're infamous.
Somebody also was Archit had gone to get his drinks, and then there were these people, a group of people who were trying to take a picture, and this one girl was left out of the picture because she was taking a picture of her friends. So I was join them, and I do this all the time. I always go up to strangers. I'm let me take your photo. So I was join them, and I'll take the photo. And I did that, and then this one guy from the group comes up to me, and he's like, by the way, your husband's a really good cook. And I was like, तुझे कैसे पता तुमने खाना नहीं खाया? Just kidding, I didn't say that. I was like, oh my god, you know my husband? I love it when people say husband, wife.
Yeah.
And when we say it's cute.
It's new.
And I'm getting used to it.
Our flight ticket said
Mrs.
And then Natasha's middle name, which is Rati. Middle name, first of all. It's just she's a two first namer. I can't believe. You know the last person who was there is my grandfather.
Whatever.
Umesh Chand.
Okay, I have one more question. This
Yes,
is not
Natasha,
it's not a pressing question.
Okay, Natasha.
And it's not something I can't like actually these are all things I could figure out myself.
Right.
I just don't give a fuck enough to.
You're like hair to your side, man.
Okay.
Encyclopedia.
These are I think everybody's really gonna judge me for the stupidity that's gonna come out here. But like, can you define
No.
please
No, there's no way.
double vision,
Yeah.
tunnel vision? They're all completely different. Double vision, tunnel vision, carpal tunnel syndrome.
Yeah.
Can you define it for me?
Yeah.
And then it's part 2 of the question. Why the fuck do they all sound the same?
Oh. Okay, so carpal tunnel is a whole other thing.
I know, that's what I said.
It's
In your wrist.
hands, yeah, it's in your wrists, and it has to do with a blood vessel and a nerve that get kind of entangled. I don't know the whole process, but it's something that fucks up right here,
Okay.
and it causes lots of pain because it basically something wraps around a nerve, and that's what causing the pain. So you have to do surgery.
But why is it called carpal tunnel?
Carpal are
The metacarpal, carpal.
Yes.
Yeah. The bones.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's basically, I think tunnel, I could be wrong, is the name of the guy who made the surgery.
Like bourgeoisie from the aerodynamics theory.
Bernoulli.
Bernoulli.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Bourgeoisie and Bernoulli are not close enough.
How are they not? I got the bour and the E in both of them.
Okay. My dad calls it Bernoulli. I don't know why. He says it wrong. He's the one who taught me this. Actually, yeah, anything that I said today, blame my father.
Or credit him.
Mostly blame. And then, what was the other? Tunnel vision? Tunnel vision, I don't know.
It's like
I
it's
don't
like
know
a catch-22, like random fucking.
No, tunnel vision also is used in too many ways now. Like, and so I don't know the actual like term that it came from. I know that it's a literally thing, which is just like you're seeing things, you're not seeing things far enough. That's what tunnel vision is. But I don't think that that's the only meaning for it. It has something to do with like eyes also.
Of course.
And then double vision is what you have. Char aankhein. You are double vision. What is double vision? Shakal dekh le apni.
You know what? We're on a break right now.
This is single vision.
I'll conduct the rest of the podcast on my own. Thank you very
I
much.
think we're done. We're done for today. 34 minutes.
I feel like I had one more question.
You know what? Ask it next time because we have to finish the other two questions also.
What are the two questions?
There's a flag one I'll come back to again.
Okay, the last question. Why is it called tennis elbow when you can get it from other sports and mostly golf?
I actually don't know the answer.
Should we tell everybody? Okay, fine. That's another one for you.
I genuinely think it was probably
It's
founded.
started
Like that's where people noticed it.
What if it was the person who coined the term was something tunnel?
Yeah.
हो सकता है भरोसा नहीं होता.
Honestly, it could also be that no, it can't be.
Sorry, not tunnel. Dennis. The person's name was Dennis. It's like Dennis with a T. Okay, fine. Last thing, if you remember, because I don't remember, do you want to tell everybody why it's called a tennis bracelet? We googled this a while ago.
Yeah.
Something really interesting about Archit is that he's really fascinated about something and then he'll Google it and then he remembers the whole thing. It's almost like you're like Mozzie.
It's sad that you're saying that because I don't remember this now.
Okay, so that's another one for the next episode.
Tennis bracelet.
Yeah, it was something, it was like, I don't remember at all. I'm blank. It was like this was a Google during
Was it like
wedding time.
was it like a mechanic kind of a thing, or oh no? I genuinely think it was just the fact that like it became a lifestyle thing. Like people,
Like someone was wearing it while playing.
Yeah, I think
tennis.
Princess Diana or someone was wearing it, or someone
I don't know.
older than that.
I don't
But like
think
I think
so.
it's like the British monarchy times, and like women were just wearing jewelry while playing this, and then it became.
I don't know. Anyway, I guess that's this was the Google during the wedding.
It's a marketing thing.
There's no way we can remember it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So some things for next episode, and thank you for listening.
Bye.